Hi Chasers!
Hey guys,
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Philip.
And together we are the World Chasers.
We're here today to talk about travel clothing.
Yes, so the first thing that we had to decide is to take a suitcase or a backpack. If you want to do a lot of activities and take a lot of transports and go around with your stuff, you should have a backpack.
Yeah, but if you're going like in and out of taxis and into an all-inclusive holiday, it's probably okay to take a suitcase.
We are big fans of Osprey backpacks. We used to have the 40-liter ones, both of us, but now before this big trip we decided to upgrade them. I have now the 50-liter ones and Philippe the 55 liters.
Yeah, some things to consider are that your bag shouldn't be above 70 liters, that's just way too big and makes you look like a target. 40 to 60 liters is normally okay, even for long-term trips. The other thing is the backpack should be waterproof or have a rain cover, and internal frames and suspension systems are good to take the strain off the back. But above all, just remember that your loaded backpack shouldn't be above 20% of your own weight.
Now I'm going to show you what is inside my backpack. Bear in mind that I'm going to show you everything. I'm just going to focus on clothes. For us to choose these clothes, we need to have some things into consideration.
So all these items need to be able to sustain more wear and tear because it's a longer journey. We will have to have clothes for both hot and cold climates, and the other thing is they need to be cheap and as lightweight as possible because we cannot take much with us. So versatility and durability are way more important for us than aesthetics, so don't expect very fancy clothes on this trip. This is obviously Bea's backpack. So swimming wear, 1 to 2, and then travel towel, just 1. I'm going to put the checklist on the screen so you can see what's inside as well. And then it's a rain jacket. So that's the outer layer. The key here is to dress up in layers. And then you have a mid layer, which is a down jacket to keep you warm. The other thing that we find really useful is the compression cubes. So they don't take as much space as the other cubes and you have a bit more room inside backpack. Then we've got both merino and synthetic t-shirts, so 3 to 5, and then base layers of merino as well. And we've got 2 to 3 long sleeve t-shirts, or shirts in this case, to keep the mosquitoes away.
Yeah,
so that's 1 cube. And then we've got a winter hat as well, and a sun hat. Then we've got another compression cube. So that's the bottom base layers of merino, and there's a fleece jacket as well. So those are the base layers for merino, and then you should have hiking trousers, yeah, and shorts. So shorts 2 to 3, and then hiking trousers, base layers again, so 2 to 3 to keep you warm. And then there they are, hiking trousers, and then you should have waterproof trousers as well, that you can use with the merino base layers underneath.
Waterproof trousers.
It's always good to have some sort of sleeping trousers as well, something that you can wear after a hike and it's actually dry and warm.
Yeah, it can be as well.
So you can use base layers or just have another pair. And then the other thing is flip-flops, 1 pair, sandals, 1 pair, and then hiking shoes as well.
Have the hiking shoes.
And we also got these bags for the shoes that are really useful, especially if the shoes are wet.
Yeah, and dirty.
And that's all.
That's all.
The other useful thing is, well, there's underwear as well and hiking socks. And then another useful thing is the hanging toiletry bag. So there's a hook here and you can just hang it. And the first aid kit.
Very important.
And I think that's all inside.
As you can see, the backpack is gone. You probably noticed that our clothes are not very fancy, but when you are traveling such a long time, you need to be comfortable. As we said, you should be able to dress in layers. You should be able to dress everything that you have you if you are in a cold weather, or just a few t-shirts if you are in a hot weather. Your clothes should be very versatile, and you should be able to mix and match your designs.
And let's face it, both in hot and cold climates, you're exposed to moisture. This is either through sweating or because it's raining in a cold environment. So the materials you choose for your clothes are also important.
We need to choose between synthetic fibers and natural fibers. Synthetic fibers are very durable, they are moisture wicking, they are very elastic, as you can see, and they are quite cheap. What they are not good, they don't provide odor resistance, and they are not very warm, so it's not good for cold weather.
The other option is obviously natural fibers such as merino. Merino comes from one of the most ancient breeds of sheep and is 100% natural. It has a lot of different properties such as odor resistance, moisture wicking, temperature regulation, sun protection, so a lot of different things. It's not as durable as synthetic fibers, it's lighter, and the other thing is heavier when it's soaked, and it's also expensive. It needs careful washing and it needs to dry on a flat surface actually, so it's a bit more difficult to handle. Some popular brands are Icebreaker and Smart Wool, and it's a better option for backpacking and hiking trips.
Definitely. So both synthetic and natural fibers are good in different conditions. Because you're going to do such a long trip, we're going to take both. But if you're going to go into cold conditions, merino is the best.
Yeah, definitely, they make the best base layers. But whatever you choose, just forget about cotton. So cotton can absorb a ton of water, and when it's soaked, it takes forever to dry and gets really heavy and no longer provides any insulation. So merino can still provide some insulation even when it's wet. So just forget about hiking using cotton jeans, for example. It's a really bad idea.
Okay guys, before we finish this video, we wanted to leave you some key points about travel clothes. First, do your own research. What works for us might not work for you. Travel as light as possible. Don't forget to put on your backpack things that you might not find abroad. We know that some things can be quite expensive, but they are a good investment, especially on a long trip like the one that we're going to do. Good and durable clothes are a very good investment.
So cotton is definitely a bad idea for backpacking trips. It gets wet very easily and stays wet forever. And the other thing is merino wool is awesome. It has a lot of different properties. It makes the best base layers, and it doesn't need to be washed very often due to its lasting antibacterial properties.
That's all for now. Bye chasers!
See ya!